Hey everyone, I'm here on Periscope and on Facebook Live. My name is Bernadette Robinson, or as some of you, if you're recently getting to know me, Bernadette Henry. And I am of MakeItFunNYC.com, where my goal is to make jump rope and exercise as a whole more fun and exciting for anyone looking to live a healthy and active lifestyle. Welcome everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody that is here. I'm so glad that you're tuning in tonight. I'm so tired. Just to let you know, I am 8 months pregnant, and I'm just so tired, so tired. But I'm here because I have so much wonderful information to share with you, and I want to give you my all before June, because after June, it's a wrap. So I want to welcome you here, and I see that you guys are finding this information very valuable, because I'm noticing the numbers increasing. People are joining groups. People are just finding me all over the web just based on these live broadcasts. So I'm so happy that you're here. And I know that you will find this information valuable. So if you can, please share this live broadcast on Twitter and on Facebook. Please, please, please share with everyone, because I want you, or I want your friends, to get the same knowledge that you're getting. So please, please, please share this broadcast with everyone. Oh, thank you so much. So does anybody here jump rope? Before we start, does anybody here jump rope? Okay, I'm sure that some of you do. So today's topic is good. So today, I see some of my Facebook people here. Bad knees. Oh, we gotta discuss that. But you'll in today's broadcast, you'll hear something, to combat that. So today's topic is 5 common mistakes leading to injury in jump rope. 5 things that you're doing wrong that you can use to prevent, injury. For the last couple of scopes I've been here, I've discussed, I first started out with jump rope as the most underrated cardio form of exercise. If you missed that, it's on my YouTube channel at Burn April 20. And I also discussed things that you can do to get started in your jump rope regimen. So now that, some of you have listened to it, I would like to discuss things that you can do to avoid injury, because you want to be able to do this exercise safe. Jump rope is one of the best cardio exercises, one with many benefits once you have the hang of it. And this is why I'm here doing the live scopes and the YouTube tutorials, because I want you to get the correct way. You see a lot of people on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all over the web jumping, but no one's sitting down here explaining it to you, and that's why I'm here. That's my role. I encourage you to ask questions. I will try to answer some during the live broadcast, and others I'll address it in other blogs on my website or via live scopes. My schedule for the month of May will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so that I can give you as much knowledge, because once June come around, I'm giving birth in June. July, August, I'm a mom, so that's it. But I'll be back in September. So I just want to tell you, about jump rope. Back in some years ago, I used to be 250 plus pounds, 250 plus. And since that time, since I've lost over 50 pounds with rope, I, fluctuate through the years. I'm a mom. At first, I was a single mom. I just got married in February this year. So I was a single mom of 2 kids. But anyway, forget the past. I am right now, I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I work a full-time job, and I work part-time. So I work full-time as a case manager. I work with mentally ill clients. I go to their houses, visit them. I've been doing this for 16 years. So I have a natural ability for helping people. That's what I do. Part-time, I teach jump rope classes. So I go to schools or gyms or hold private lessons or individual lessons. I do that on a part-time basis. I want to do it full-time, but right now I do that on a part-time basis. So I'm a wife and mom. I work full-time, I work part-time, and sometimes you just cannot make it to the gym. It's hard. Like, you have a life. I have a life, so and I have to support myself and my family. So jump rope is a very, very, very good way to work out. It's cost effective. You can do it anywhere. You can do it anytime, and you don't have to do it for so long. So here's my jump rope right here. This is the Aerospeed jump rope by Buddy Lee, and I've been using his rope since about 2012. And I like the rope the best because it has the swivel bearing system, so it makes the rope easier to turn. And I am one of his jump rope ambassadors, and we're in the process of actually making my own jump rope under his brand. So if you're interested, you know, in a jump rope, you can take a look at my website at www.makeitfunnyc.com, www.makeitfunnyc.com. I thank you all that's been purchasing the rope so far, and I will ship that out to you immediately. What about the counter jump rope? That's the Smart Rope, and you can find them online. There's actually a few representatives that have discount codes, so you can feel free to reach out to them and get it. But I'm not an ambassador of that rope, but it looks like a very good rope, and you know, it's a good rope. It counts your jumps and tells you how many calories you burn, and you can see like your time, and or so you can see how many jumps that you do while you're jumping with the rope. So there's plenty of ambassadors, or I know about 2 ambassadors on Instagram that actually are ambassadors for the rope, and if you use their discount code, you will get a discount. These ropes, however, I have on my website. These are the ropes that I live by, and like I said, I'll be having some of these in my name with my brand, Make It Fun NYC, on it with color, because I like ropes with color. So just to let you know a little bit about jump rope, 10 minutes of jump rope is equivalent to a 30-minute jog on a treadmill at 6.5 miles an hour. I'm going to say that again. 10 minutes of jump rope is equivalent to a 30-minute jog on a treadmill at 6.5 miles an hour. Now, I mean, I don't know what more else. Yes, what more else I can tell you about that. But jump rope is very, very, very intense. How many of you here actually don't jump rope at all, or very, very new to jump rope? Okay, well, if you don't jump, or if you're very, very new to jump rope, go to the gym next time, pick up a rope, and try to jump for 30 seconds, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like you're going to be really, really, really tired. Yes, you need to do it more often. And I'll tell you about a group that you can join to come in, because in that group I'm analyzing, I'm giving so many tips. I'm just giving my all for this month of May, which I don't. This is the first, I'm telling you guys, this is the first time since I've been online since like 2013 promoting jump rope. This is the first time that I'm giving you guys the jewels and the gems. So I beg you, I beg you, I beg you to take advantage. Oh wow, jumping for the first time since you was a kid. When you was a kid, it was fun, but now as an adult, it's like an exercise. So let me get to the meat of, you ready? Yes. So let me get to the meat of this broadcast, which is the 7 common, well actually there's 10 common mistakes that you can do to, there's 7 or 10 common mistakes that will lead to injury if you don't jump rope properly. So tonight I'm going to cover 5, and then on Friday I'm going to cover the other 5. So the first one is incorrect measurement of the jump rope. When you're jumping, you must select the proper size. What's the name of the group? I'll get to you in a minute. But I know there's some people in the chat that's already in the group, so if you don't mind sharing that information, please share the information. So the first thing that you need to know is incorrect measurement of jump rope. When you're jump roping, you should select the proper size to help you have proper form and to make it easier. So I've made tutorials, which I have on my YouTube at Burn April 20, on how to measure your rope. So a quick review of that. If you're a beginner, your rope, when you measure your rope on 1 foot, your rope should measure to your shoulders. If you're like, I would say maybe a season, or you've kind of gotten the groove of things, the rope should come to your armpit. And if you're like an expert, which I am, but I still like longer ropes, the rope can come to your chest level. I have tutorials on my YouTube channel, Jump Rope 101, which will show you how to measure your jump rope. So that's very important, having correct measurement of your jump rope. Number 2, another common mistake is jumping too high or landing incorrectly, flat-footed, or on your heels. Now, as you already know, jump rope is very taxing on your ankles and your feet. Jump rope is very taxing on your ankles and your feet. The proper way of jumping, you should land on your toes. On your toes, you should jump rope. You should not be jumping flat-footed. Because you jump flat-footed, you're putting too much shock and too much pressure on your ankles, which will lead to injury. You do not want to hurt yourself. You want to do this safely. Also, you want to jump high enough to clear the rope. That's it. You don't need to jump. I wish I could demonstrate this for you guys, but I totally stopped jumping. 8 months, 33 weeks, I'm done. But I will be telling you about a Facebook group that I'm co-hosting. It was actually a challenge that I'm co-hosting on Facebook called Jump Rope and Water Challenge. So this morning or this afternoon, I actually posted a video of the correct way of jumping. If you notice, my toes are very close to the floor, and everything is just correct. So I'll give you the information about that group, and you can actually check out that video later. Also, you don't want to lock your knees when you're jumping. So you want to try to always be in a ready stance. So you're always going to have a little bend in your knee. You're always going to land on your toe. You never want to land flat-footed. So you want to avoid those things, you know, to help you go along. Also, someone mentioned something about having bad knees. I have bad knees, okay? Bad knees. Now, you should consult with your physician. However, I'll tell you this right now. A lot of people don't know. When I was 8 years old, I was hit by a car, and I broke my left femur. Yes, thank you so much for posting the group. But the group is closed, so you're going to have to have one of your friends add you, or you can just add me and then I'll add you to the group. So when I was 8 years old, I was hit by a car and I broke my left femur bone. And as an adult, I see all the effects. So the effects of that is now my left hip is higher than my right hip. My left leg is longer than my right leg. I have knee problems and I have back problems as a result of me getting hit by a car when I was a little kid. However, some of you on here that's familiar with my jump rope, you would never know that I have these injuries. Like, you'd be like, oh my gosh, really? Yes, but I like to jump rope and I found ways to go around my injury. And just let me tell you one thing. Jump rope is actually safer than jogging and running. Jump rope is safer than jogging and running, because if you jump the proper way and you're not jumping too far off the ground, like, you're just like, literally, if you watch me jump, I'm like this high off the ground. You just need to jump high enough for the rope to clear. That's it. The same as with my hand is the same as with the rope. Okay? So, yeah, it is very good to know. So, number 1, you want to avoid having the wrong measurement of your rope. Number 2, you want to avoid jumping too high or landing incorrectly. Number 3, you want to avoid jumping on hard surfaces such as concrete or cement. Okay? That ties into the last one of landing incorrectly, because all of that is cement and concrete is very hard, and if you're jumping already high enough, you're going to put too much pressure on your ankles. Now, if concrete and cement is all that you have, and you do want to exercise, by all means do it. But if you do it correctly, meaning your feet are not really leaving the ground, then you're okay, you know. But my best things to jump on are wooden floors like you would find in the gym, and I love jumping on track turf. Also, lately, I think my most recent jump, maybe like a month ago, I jumped on mats. So like in my son's karate school, they had mats and you're not allowed to, you know, be in there with shoes. So I actually was able to jump barefoot on the mat. So you want to jump on surfaces that can absorb shock and that has cushion. So, I mean, I wouldn't say jump on something that's too soft, because then you're going to be doing more work. But something that's a little soft, so that you're not creating a lot of friction in your ankles. So you want to make sure you have a correct measured rope. You want to make sure you're not jumping high or landing incorrectly. You want to make sure you're not jumping on hard surfaces. Another thing, and this is very, very important. How many newbie jumpers, or how many new jumpers do I have on this scope that's been jumping for like maybe a month or less? How many people? Just say me, yes. Just let me know. Okay. Can I do this solely as a form of exercise? It depends on what your goals are. But jump rope is very good for not only cardio, but it's also good at keeping tone. Like if you actually see my legs right now, you'll be like, oh my God, because jump rope helps me keep tone like when I'm not lifting weights. So I stopped working out a while ago, but like I've jumped so much that my legs, like the structure is just like, it's sick because I was jumping. So if your goal is to maybe lose weight, then jump roping is good. If your goal is to just stay toned, jump rope is good. If your goal is to increase your conditioning, your breathing, your timing, your coordination, jump rope is excellent. Okay. And then, like I said, it's one of the most underrated cardio exercises. And this one is very important. Jumping too much too soon. Jumping, you do not want to jump too much too soon before acquiring sufficient technique and endurance. Okay? Now, I know a lot of you probably watch a lot of videos on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you name it, you watch it, and everything looks so good, and you're just like, oh my God, I'm so eager to do it. Nothing wrong with that. However, if you're new to this, you want to stick with the basics. You want to stick with the basics. I'm telling you, you want to make sure that your conditioning is straight. You want to make sure you have the proper breathing techniques. You want to make sure you have the proper form. You want to make sure that you're avoiding these common mistakes that I'm telling you about tonight, because you want to have longevity in your jump rope. So like me, for example, I've been doing this since I was a kid. And I was self-taught, and at the age of 19, my raw skill was developed by two professional middleweight boxers, and they are the ones that taught me about the proper technique, how to breathe, how to jump for conditioning, rhythm, timing, basic things like that. And I still have to maintain my practice. Should I jump daily or on alternate days? I would suggest that you do how you feel. Depending on the regimen that you start with, I would suggest that maybe you do every other day until your body becomes comfortable, because it's totally new. And jump rope can be very taxing on the calves. I'm telling you, you have to stretch. You have to stretch when you're jumping, because a lot of jumping on your toes. But if you want to jump every day, what I would suggest is take small steps. So if you can jump 50 nonstop, do like 5 sets of 50 every day. And then the following week, graduate to 5 sets of 100. And then the next week, you keep graduating until you feel that you're proficient enough to do it. However, I suggest that you stretch really, really, really well. That's it. Stretch and foam roll your calves, because this will be a shock to your body and something totally new. So like in all new exercise regimens, it takes your body time to get used to it. Okay? So when you're starting out, you want to be basic. You want to be simple. You want to master the fundamentals. You want to make sure that your conditioning is straight, your accuracy is straight, your agility is straight, your endurance, your stamina. There's so many things that go into jump rope. You just want to make sure that everything is correct. You don't want to go into jump rope making these mistakes, and you don't want to have injury. You don't want to have injury at all, because like, you know, if you're doing it incorrectly, that's what it'll lead to. So you definitely want to take your time. You want to start slow. You want to make sure you have everything correct, and then you want to move on bit by bit. You know, you don't want to take on more than you could bear, and then you're injured, and then what are you going to do? You can't jump no more, you know? Like even me, when I'm in my fitness thing, I do the basics. Like I know a lot of you probably see me on Instagram, whatever, but I always do the basics. When I'm jumping for conditioning, I'm always doing the basics. And then, afterwards, I'll get my music. Then I'll, go in and, dance and do the things that I like to do. But I pace myself. Like, even me, I not only do I jump for working out, I train people, I teach classes, and I perform. So I have to monitor how much I do jump because I still do these other things, and I don't want to overdo it because I've been injured myself by maybe jumping too much, and I do this professionally. Okay, so you just want to make sure that you get proper form and do all the things correct and build up little by little. I'm not telling you not to aim to reach high, but I want you to do it little by little safely. Okay? And then the last thing I'm going to discuss that you want to avoid is jumping with loose clothing, jewelry, hair, shoelace, etc. When you're exercising, you want to wear clothes for comfort that you can move, bend, and sweat in. Okay? So, and depending on like what you decide to do, if you have, something like a shirt that's too loose, it could become a hindrance, and then the rope gets tangled, and then you fall, and all this other craziness happen. Or if you're wearing jewelry, it could kind of come off, or something. You just want something that's comfortable, something that you can move in, because as you start to practice more jump rope skills, you're going to get tired of standing in one spot all the time. You're going to want to move. You're going to want to run. You're going to do this, that, and the third. So you want to be free. Also, to me, if you notice in all of my workout videos, I wear a bandana. This is Jaden, 7. I'm 7. How can I learn? I live in Brooklyn. Oh, how nice. What I would suggest to you, send me an email at makeitfunnyc.com, makeitfunnyc.com. I do teach children classes, and next week I will be teaching my last children's class at the Y before I go on maternity leave. So if you email me, I can get you a guest pass to attend my class next Wednesday. Okay? So when you're jumping, you do not want to jump with loose clothing, hair, shoelaces, etc. You want to be comfortable, that you can move, bend, and sweat. And also, if you notice in my workout videos, I wear a bandana because it helps keep the sweat from dripping down my face. So you also, if you know that you're a person that sweat a lot, you want to use certain accessories that help, to absorb some of that sweat, such as a headband or maybe a wristband or something that you want to do to take that away. So just a recap. I discussed 5 things. This Friday, I will be discussing the other 5. But just to recap, things that you want to do to avoid injury: you want to make sure you have the right size rope. You want to make sure you're not landing too high or flat-footed or with your knees bent. You want to make sure you're not jumping on hard surfaces. And if you choose to, just make sure you're doing it correctly so that you can avoid that extra shock. You want to make sure you're not jumping too much too soon. And you want to make sure you're jumping that you're not jumping with loose clothing, jewelry, hair, shoelaces, etc. So if you take heed of these few things, then things will be fine. So does anybody have any questions? How old is your son that jumps? My 8-year-old, he jumps. I've been training him since he was 3 years old. Of course, it took time, but, we practice, and he jumps now. My little son, he really doesn't like jump. He's more of a dancer. But my 8-year-old, he jumps. He performs in talent shows. My shoulders feel strained tight when I jump. How can I stop that? Okay. Okay? So my 8-year-old, he performs. Matter of fact, he performed for me this year at Tribeca Film Fest. Because of my pregnancy, I didn't jump. He jumps in talent shows, and he jumps in any other thing that I ask him to jump in. As far as your shoulders, it depends on your form. When you're jumping, your shoulders, your arms should be to your waist, and they should be lower, and you should use your wrist to jump. So jump rope works every muscle of the body. So if you're a newbie to jump rope, that shoulder pain is going to be there, because jump rope, when you finish, you'll feel it everywhere. If done correctly, you'll feel it in your shoulders, biceps, triceps, all your legs, quads, hams, calves, your core. You have to stretch. So you have to stretch before you jump. You have to stretch after you jump, because jump rope exercises the whole body. So there's no way to avoid that pain, but just practice, especially if you're a newbie. So to let you know about this water and jump rope challenge, I am co-hosting a water and jump rope challenge on Facebook. And in that group, in that community, it's good because we get to hold each other accountable, encourage and encourage one another. Also in that group, I've been posting a lot of jump rope tutorials. I've been posting good, little facts about jump rope, and I've even went as far as analyzing some of your jump rope videos and giving you positive feedback. These are things that I get paid for. So if you're in this group, or if you're in this scope or this live viewing, or you're watching the replay on my tutorial, I would suggest that you soak in all of this information that I'm giving you, because I do that. This is the first time that I've actually did something like this. So I suggest that you soak in everything. Tell all your friends, because you would never see this again. So but all of this will be on my YouTube channel. But soak in all the information. Now, I saw something you said about your elbows. I kind of missed it, but I'll definitely see it in a replay. But your elbows shouldn't be hurting. But if you want to watch my tutorial on YouTube, I have a tutorial on YouTube called Jump Rope 101, where I specifically discuss the proper and improper way of jumping and how to correct it. And if you follow those steps, then you'll be fine. Back to the group on Facebook, I'm co-hosting a jump rope and water group. So you have to drink a certain amount of water a day, and there's a schedule as to how you should jump. In that group, I am, like I said, giving you a lot of advice. I'm critiquing your videos. As far as old injury, you may have to speak to a doctor about that. I'm not, really sure about, what to do with the injury. But like I said, you can work around it. Like I told you about my leg earlier, I got hit by a car. Broke my bone, and as a result of my injury, my left hip is higher than my right, my left leg is higher than my right. I have knee problems, I have back problems as a result, but it don't stop me from doing what I love. So it's certain things that I can't do, but what I can do, I will. There's no excuses, and I'm not going to let my injury hold me back from what I love. So you have to use your judgment and discretion and see what works for you. So if you would like to be part of this group on Facebook, find me. My email to find me on Facebook, BERNADETTE.ROBINSON@gmail.com. BERNADETTE.Robinson@gmail.com. Also, you see my website information in the title of the broadcast. Excuse me. If you go to my website, you'll find all of my social media information. You'll find my YouTube, my Instagram, my Facebook, my Tumblr, my Twitter. Also, I'm on Snapchat at BurnApril20, which is the same name that you see here. I'm on Instagram at BurnApril20. If you go to Google or any social media website and just hashtag Make It Fun NYC Jump Rope Swag, I'm there. I'm not hard to find at all. Find me. Become part of that group. Also, you can go to my website at www.makeitfunnyc.com, and I also have blogs. So the blog will also give you information about how to find me on Facebook. It has some tutorials, and it actually has a list of the 10 things that you can do to avoid jump rope injury. So make sure you just check out my website, share it with all your friends. If you have any questions, please connect with me. You have the month of May. You have me. The month of May, you have me. Because once June come around, that's it. baby. That's, my mode is going to be baby mode. So, I hope that you learned something tonight. If you have any questions, feel free to either ask them here or to send me an email or contact me some way, somehow via social media. Please share, tell everybody. And if you need a jump rope, www.makeitfunnyc.com. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a good night.